blood
Zillah
takes
will
over.
blow up.
Welcome everybody to this episode of Rolled on Stage, the Perceivers campaign. Oh, it's been a good time. So, counting in from last episode, we have a returning member.
Oh my
Rhiann.
God.
Whoa.
I'm back.
Whoa.
Where'd you go?
Died.
How
And was
dare you?
resurrected.
I went
I
home
had
for
to
a weekend.
resurrect her. It was
Yeah.
a tedious
I
process.
found Rhiann's body in a ditch somewhere. I brought it to Ollie. Ollie revived
I went,
Rhiann.
that she kind of just sat up. She might have just been sleeping. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know typically if you sleep in ditches or not, but that's where I found you.
I don't.
Oh, how'd you end up in the ditch? We'll get to that later. But
I sleptwalked.
That's for
Um,
another time.
Yeah.
the main thing is that we are back with this campaign. And the first kind of real cozy campaign I've ever kind of ran, because nothing crazy is going to happen.
Usually we end the world somehow.
Yeah, every campaign
Usually,
this fucking
this
party
time
has
we're
been
not.
Yeah.
This is the first time a good ending has happened.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Like, not joking. We
Yeah.
still have a loose end in one of our campaigns.
Very.
Rest in pieces. But the main thing is
Whoa there. Calm down.
the main thing is Morgana is traveling to Volskyren as we speak. Dion, Zillah, and Blanche are all hanging out in the tavern.
Dion's gone to his room.
Dion did go to his room because his sword was shaking, and that's not a euphemism.
That is sword shaking. Or are you just excited to see Morgana?
Is that a sword in your pocket, or are you just excited to see me?
Is there a sword shaking in your pocket, or are you just excited to see Morgana?
I'm hilarious.
I think the answer is both.
That will be cut for like reels and TikToks and stuff.
Absolutely.
Stuff
Okay.
we regret saying in D&D.
So,
Let's
Um,
introduce.
you,
Do we want to introduce
guys.
everyone first?
oh yes, sorry.
We forgot about
you?
that.
So, I am your lovely DM or GM, Muneer or Morgen. Either works great. Who are you?
I don't know. I'm Macey, and I'm playing...
Rolled on stage.
and I'm playing Zillah.
I'm Oliver, I'm Oliver, and I'm playing Dion. I would have gotten up, but I'm stuck. They've trapped me here. I
Cast
can't leave.
trap on thee. Moving on.
I'm Ellie, and I play Blanche.
I'm Rhiann, and I'm back playing Morgana.
Yeah.
Whoa, surprise.
Surprise,
So,
surprise, surprise.
Morgana travels in whatever method she is traveling with. And I think, why don't we start with the sword shaking?
Yeah.
So you locked the door behind you because your sword was shaking.
I'm gonna be alone with my shaking sword.
You unsheath your shaking sword.
So he's gone to his room. He's going to lay it out in a very similar way he's done. He's gonna lay it out. He's gonna lay it out.
We're not gonna be able to get through this session.
Okay, one sec. I've gotta sip my anti-horny tea.
Your nondescript tea.
Okay.
Anti-dirty jokes tea, real quick.
Okay. So you unsheath your sword. You unsheath your sword and you
Lay it out
see-
on the ground.
You lay it on the ground, and part of it is it's kind of like if you did make a stab wound in someone, it's kind of like diamond shaped, like very, very slightly.
So
diamond
it's a war crime sword.
It is a very war crime sword. Hey, war crimes don't exist yet.
Haven't committed any.
Haven't yet. So the
Canada
middle of the
doesn't
blade
exist.
is kind of like apart, and you can see the two Dions are in there, and they're both kind of like.
He's gonna lay the sword down on the ground and meditate in a similar way. He's a little hesitant as he starts to meditate because he just remembered the last time he got stuck. But he's going to kind of settle into sitting and close his eyes and just imagine going into the sword again.
Okay, so you're imagining going into the sword. You cross your legs. Deep breath in, and you enter. And this time, instead of like the metallic, like entire world of like hexagonal floors and metal skies. It is kind of just a regular place with shadows and light and organic matter. And you're just sort of sitting on the grass, and you can feel the grass in your fingertips. And they're both sort of sitting in the same angle as you, but in like a Triforce. And the first one to speak up is Radiant Dion, and he kind of goes, "So, I can feel that you are missing, because I feel it way more than either of you combined, and it's kind of a law.
You're really dramatic.
I glow.
Yeah. Dramatic.
This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
This is the skin of an Asimar, Bella.
This is the skin of an ASMR Bella."
It's weird talking to you.
Yeah, you didn't really talk much to me. You just sort of absorbed me.
I feel like dire situation it was called.
Oh, yes, completely justified.
It's nice to have you.
It's nice to have you. Being chained was not fun.
Or jarred. I'm really sorry.
Hey, you didn't put me in the jar.
No. And how are you feeling? And he kind of turns his attention to Shadow Dion.
Shadow Dion's kind of like looking away. He goes, "I'm okay."
Are you upset about something?
No,
What are you upset about?
nothing.
I'll leave the sword again and
No. I like having you here. When it's just me and him, I feel really alienated. And the Radiant one goes, "Alienated? I tried to love you." He goes, "That's too much. Too much. I met you yesterday." You've seen what this has been like.
Yeah, no, I can see why that could be a bit much.
We have a proposition for you.
Okay. What's up?
One of us takes a turn while you hang out in here with the other one. And the Radiant one goes, "Yeah, I want to breathe air."
Not at this very moment. I mean, I don't know when Morgana's getting back. I just want to be there when Morgana's back.
Hey, that's so fair.
She should be back today. I'm hoping. That's what her letter said soon, and I can only imagine it's within the next couple days.
Well, what?
Maybe after she's back?
Yeah, after she's back, that works. Yeah, that works. Yeah. And then the shadow one goes back to going,
Now who's the dramatic one?
Right?
"So what are you doing in here?"
Well, the sword rattled
Yeah,
while I was
'cause
downstairs.
We wanted to come out, but if we're waiting for Morgana, then we want to play like 18 eyes, and they like, and there's dice in their hands.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay.
So we cut away from you. You keep playing 18 eyes with you and you
And you.
and you, and you're alone in your room with your shaking sword. But
Guys.
I drank my tea. See, I'm fine.
you drank your tea. I don't have that tea. I just have dice. But
Want some tea? Some tea of
anti-dirty joke. But we cut back to Zillah and Blanche, who
Are
ended up
drinking tea.
drinking tea. And Zillah's tea is chunky.
We're not sure how.
We're not entirely sure how, but Blanche made it.
Blanche's tea is perfect.
Yeah, Blanche has a perfect chamomile tea. What are you two talking about?
So, how are you?
I don't know.
That's understandable. I don't know how to talk to people.
That's fair. I don't know how to talk to people who don't know how to talk to people.
That's also fair. So,
So,
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The tapestries are pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they're great. Those are good tapestries. They're pretty.
Is there one you like more than the
Uh,
others?
Like the one in the middle, kinda. But maybe that's because it's in the middle. I don't really know. Like it's like.
Yeah.
How do you think of conversation topics? Like, how do you do that?
I don't know. Normally people just start talking to me about things. Or like I have something to say and then I say it.
Okay.
Proves Zillah does not think about what she's gonna say before she does.
I don't like have a lot of topics because I don't know a lot of stuff. So like,
That's okay. I know stuff.
okay. What's some of the stuff you know?
Well, I know how to blow up.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But like I also I know I know people, I guess, kind of. I'm not really good with people, but people tend to I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's.
But like I can try teaching you things.
Oh, okay.
Like that's how about I teach you about tea to start?
Yeah. Okay.
That's the most passive aggressive way to be like, this tea's ass.
Because, okay, for mine, what I did was I just put the bag in there, and I didn't really think you were supposed to do that, so that's why I took it from me. But then for you, I opened the bag. And I was like, I don't know if this is how you do it, but, like, it's a bag, so shouldn't you, like, open it? And so I opened it. And did I do that wrong, or?
I mean, this tea is great. But you aren't supposed to open the bag. What you did for yours was perfect.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You can tell me, like, if I do a thing wrong. I'm not gonna be offended or anything.
I don't think Blanche knows how to get offended.
The tea is a little lumpy. Yeah, the it's a little lumpy.
I am guessing tea isn't supposed to be lumpy. That tracks. Okay. So you just put the bag in, and then you just put it in there, and then that's it.
Yeah, you put it in there and then you let it sit until different teas take different amounts of time.
Okay.
And temperatures.
And temperatures, yeah. Thank you, random voice from the sky.
You're welcome.
But you hear voices too.
That was out of character.
That was perfect. That was perfect, though.
No. You hear voices?
On occasion. I try to ignore them though, because they're kind of not very nice to me. But
Okay. Well, how about you tell me the next time you hear a voice?
sure. I mean, if I'm gonna tell anyone, I mean, you're a kid, so I don't want you to have to deal with that.
I think you should tell me.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I mean, I could always just like tell like Dion or Morgana, I don't have to.
You can tell Dion.
Okay.
What am I, chopped liver? Oh,
I think she's still upset about her family.
a little bit. Anyways, how about I show you how to make this tea properly?
Okay.
Okay.
You guys go into the back kitchen and begin
Much
to
of it.
cook up some delicious tea. Morgana, you obviously do not want to reveal how you got here.
Nope.
So you just kind of emerge from the shrubbery around.
A
I
shrubbery.
got an 18. Sorry, I was just playing 18 eyes with myself.
Delicious. They're pissed that you got that. You emerge from the shrubbery and
Mhm.
kind of dust off some of the leaves, get your necklace ready, clean up a little bit, and you walk towards the gate. And you look, and it's like, because of the arrangement of the city, the sun is setting behind the city. So
Got
it
it.
is a little darker where you are, but you can still see that like faint purple orange sort of like gradient on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's still sunlight. So your letter still holds true that you will arrive by the fortnight. You come up to the gate. What do you do?
So this is the gate to like where they're staying, or
The gates to like
The entrance
first-
of the
oh,
city.
the entrance of
Yeah.
the city. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I approach the gate and I.
A guard is waiting there, and he goes, "Been here before?
Have I?
Roll history."
Oh no. That's a 7.
You don't remember if you've been here
Okay.
before. Or not.
I'll just say to the guard, no, I don't think I have been here before. I'm not entirely sure. If I have, maybe it was when I was very young.
Okay, well, I'll just open the gates for you, and you'll just have to go through customs. So it's just prick of blood if you haven't been here before. It's fine.
Okay.
Even if you were here as a baby, we don't do it to babies. Doing shit to babies is weird.
Right.
This tea worked wonders.
The doors open. You're let into like literally like a stone box with like a little sort of break where there's just another guard with a helmet on, just sort of writing with a quill on paper, and goes, "Oh, somebody," and he closes his book. "Somebody new. Yes, come forward." Sorry, you haven't. Most people don't come through this late. Name?
Morgana Molten Head.
Okay. I'm gonna need a prick of blood.
Okay. She holds out her.
Takes the needle, and then you see as a pterosaur, so a flying dinosaur with like a beaked mouth,
Aww.
comes down, a really little one, like a cat-sized one, and it like lands on his other arm while he like takes your fingers, and then it goes. Never before. You smell. Thank you. And then he holds out like a blank ID card, and he has you smear your finger on it. And then he has just so Morgana, Molten Head. Can you fill out the rest of the information? And it's like your gender, your height, whatever, just basic stuff.
Yep.
And he goes, "Okay, we just have to send a copy of this." And you see as he like takes it and he goes, "We'll get this back to you in a little bit. We're just gonna go see if there's a copy of it in our archives." He gives it to the pterosaur and it flies off.
Yep.
And he goes, "Well, you're welcome to Vol, but unfortunately, you won't be allowed into Skyrim.
Okay.
Yeah, even when your ID comes back.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, enjoy. There's a bunch of taverns right at the exit. The market is closed, so the streets are a lot calmer now. But and he checks a pocket watch. In about 30 minutes, maybe close to an hour and a half, depending on how long they need to set up, the night market will begin, where slightly more interesting things happen.
And by interesting, you mean?
Mix between illegal and adult.
Nice.
Oh, it definitely interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Blanche is gonna be so confused.
Yeah. How much longer for it to return?
It really takes them. It depends how long they take to set up, but
Or
minimum,
not that the ID getting back. How long
Oh.
does it take that for the?
We'll have to see. Depending on how much there is, it could take a day, maybe 2.
Am I allowed to continue into?
Yeah, you
Vault?
can stay involved.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
You don't even need ID to be
Oh,
involved.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead
Yeah.
then.
And you see as an illusion drops, and there is a hole in the stone wall that's like an archway that you can walk through. And then you walk through,
Mm-hmm.
and what's the first thing you're kind of looking for?
She's going to cast locate. Well, it's locate object or animal, and she's going to try and locate Dion.
Duty.
Well, which object or animal would you like to try and locate? Like literally just Dion, or like his sword, his clothing, his hair, whatever?
Just Dion.
Just Dion in general? Okay.
There's nothing. There's no ping. Would it ping my body?
It would ping your body
Ah.
because it's the animal is the body.
Yeah.
So
I pinged Dion's soul. Nothing.
not. Yeah, definitely. If it was like looking for your soul, like a scry, it's gonna be like can't find, but it's pinging your like flesh.
Yeah.
So what you get is you kind of there's like a little bit of vines growing on the sides of the walls, and you just sort of touch your one finger to it, and almost like you're talking to the plant, but it's more like it's sort of chemically giving you information.
Mm-hmm.
You sense that straightforward to your left, there's a tavern. In that tavern, second floor, first door on your right.
She heads off in that direction.
You head off. There's basically no one in the streets, so
Mhm.
you don't have to worry about knocking into anything.
Wonderful.
But you get to the door, it's locked.
Shit.
And you see the sign says, open again during night market.
Ah, God damn it. She's gonna try knocking on the door.
You knock on the door. Can you two give me perception checks, please?
Let me in. She doesn't actually say that, but
17.
I over 20.
Okay, both of you hear
I
the
can't
knocking at
math.
the door.
18 plus 5.
23.
Thank you.
So you both hear the knocking at the door, and you're finished with your tea. The tea looks a lot different than when you made it.
It's not lumpy.
Like actual tea.
Also,
Yeah.
is my tea caffeinated?
No, it
Okay.
was green. So you're probably is green caffeinated?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It is caffeinated.
Yep.
Give the 13-year-old caffeine.
Oh,
It doesn't know not to.
No. Zillah has caffeine in her now.
Now I have to deal with that.
Yes, you do. Well, the first thing is you hear the knocking at the door.
Zillah runs up to the door and just opens it.
You hear do, 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 do. And it's just Zillah with pupils this fucking size.
I like.
What happened to you?
I don't know. I just had tea.
Who made the tea?
I did.
What kind of tea did you give her?
Let me see what it says on the box. Green tea?
That's caffeinated. You gave a 13-year-old caffeine. She's gonna be jittery and bouncing off the walls. Caffeine makes you like jittery. It gives you a lot of energy. It makes you literally bounce off the walls.
Perception with disadvantage, please. Continue.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, please.
Is that like Is that like bad for kids?
You don't
Yes.
notice that Morgana
It's
has
not.
arrived.
It's not the best for kids
No.
because their brains aren't fully developed and all of this. And
I was thinking after like the one game
Yeah.
he was gonna exit.
So-
Sorry.
So
Like that was kind of
now
my
you know
plan,
for
is, like,
next
he's gonna
time.
play
Make
the one
sure
game
when
and
you're
then, okay, I have to
making
get back
tea
downstairs.
for Zillah, make sure it doesn't say caffeinated. So I'd recommend like a peppermint next time or like a chamomile.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Zillah,
Yes.
go drink some water.
And this is the first time you kind of see the magic piping, because it's a faucet head and then basically a condensed water crystal.
Oh.
And if you misalign it, water just kind of shoots out of the crystal. But yeah, so you see it glows as like the faucet is turned and water comes out. And then you hear footsteps from the second floor, very heavy footsteps, and Dion comes down the stairs.
He's kind of like half paying attention. He's like kind of staring at his sword, half like smirking at it because I assume the other two are grumpy.
Zillah sees this and she goes, Morgana's here.
Morgana! And he very quickly sheathes his sword, runs over, grabs you, and picks you up into a hug.
Morgana, like, as you're running over, runs. Oh my. This is why we need a J camera.
We do need our tech is really excited
is
about the
just doing
fact
this.
that. One sec.
You've never been lifted this high before in your fucking life. This is like the heights to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's just like holding you in a hug.
Morgana return. Like, she uses full force on this hug.
Dion,
Strength check, please.
Bad. It's not great. That's a 15.
Your back cracks in 3 places.
Not like broken, but
No,
just
like-
like you know when you hug someone and their like back's a bit crunchy.
Ooh, yeah.
Like with
My
you,
back.
like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
My back's always crunchy, so I
Same.
get that.
But yeah, so you hug Dion and he crunches.
He's gonna set you back down and be like, "Travel's okay. Like, are you okay? Safe?
Yeah, no,
like,
I'm fine. I got here really fast.
okay."
yeah.
How did you get here?
Not important. Zillah had caffeine. Blanche gave her caffeine tea. So I told her to get some water.
Okay.
It's gonna be a rough night.
Yeah, we do have hot springs though. We can maybe steam some of it
Yeah,
out of her.
that'll work.
No, that's actually.
I know,
That's
but the concept of steaming a child.
Sorry, in my head, it's like Zillah in the like towel and Dion just holding her over the water. She's like, ah!
You know how like cats?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm holding Zillah and I'm slowly lowering her towards the water. Just like, you're gonna like it. It's nice.
But yeah, so hot springs.
Do we want to get situated in rooms and then
Yeah.
go for a dip? We were waiting for.
We only have 3 rooms.
Do you want to stay with me then? And there was only one bed.
I was literally
There is
just
only
about to
one
say
bed.
that.
Missing for this.
Morgana kind of just goes, sure.
Okay.
I need a.
You need a moment. Oh, you need a nice ship it sign.
Where is my fucking empty pages?
Everyone's favorite trope.
Yeah, Deanna.
One bed.
There's only one bed.
For those
Morgana and Dion are
for
sleeping
those
in
who
the same
don't
room.
obviously see what's going on behind the scenes, we are just letting Jay know, our tech, about the thing that just happened.
Everything that's happening.
Yeah, Jay had to step out of the room quickly. So, and missed.
Pause.
I mean, I support it.
I guess you can decide if that stays in or not. Actually, that might not even have been picked up by the mics.
Hopefully.
This is true.
We'll see.
I really hope it did.
When in doubt, you can lean over to one of our mics.
Yeah.
and
When
say
in doubt, I
anything
can
you wanted
subtitle it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. So yeah, you
Morgana and Dion would head upstairs to their
'Cause she
room
needs
to
get her
unpack
stuff
her
put
stuff,
down
yeah.
and.
immediate.
Zillah sees
we wanna
what's
go in the hot spring.
Yeah, I need to relax.
Get your mind out of the gutter and drink some tea.
Zillah sees what's going on and is totally like 100% shipping it and is like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to
Meddling
them
Those are
together.
my parents now.
no, literally.
I want them to love each other.
Blanche is completely oblivious and has no idea what's going on.
Zero idea what's going
Yeah.
on.
And she's like, yeah, Morgana's home.
Best friends.
Yay!
And they were roommates. Oh my god, they were
roommates.
roommates.
Oh my god. So you two head up. You two have made your tea, and yeah. Oh, do you two want to also start getting ready for the hot springs?
Yeah. Bathing suits.
There's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
It's
options.
provided.
Okay.
It's fantasy enough that it's there.
Thinking it shall appear.
Thinking it shall appear,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So you guys go and get ready. You two get ready, and can I have all of you give me perception? And this is with your ears, not your eyes. so
Okay,
you
I
don't
was
have
about to ask if I
disadvantage.
get disadvantage or not.
Ooh, very nice.
Ears,
Very
not
nice.
eyes.
19.
And
10.
17.
Two
Okay, okay.
10s.
2 10s.
Same side of the table.
Mm.
Okay, well, perfect. So this whole side of the table, and I guess this whole side of the tavern, you hear thudding in the hallway, and you hear it as this sort of group of people who are walking between the hallways and opening doors and checking things. Can I give specifically Blanche an insight check?
Okay.
Because you are oblivious and don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's good. 18.
18. So you listen to the footsteps and you tell that the footsteps are people who are gathering and who seem to be doing something in the middle of the night when people are about to go to the bathhouse before the night market opens. There's just a lot of footsteps, and you hear those as well. On this side of the table, starting with the 17, you also hear the footsteps, but you hear a little bit of murmuring, and you hear them whispering something or the other about getting everybody together and making sure everyone's ready. And the magic must be ready for tonight. It has to be. It's important. And then on the 19, you hear someone say, "Yeah, I heard Mike's having a hard time."
Poor Mike, guys.
Do specifically you two do anything when you hear those footsteps?
Morgana's in my room
Yeah.
still.
Okay, so you just hear the footsteps, you hear the dialogue. You're a little.
I'm gonna look to Dion and be like, "What's happening? Is this have
I can
anything
hear
to do with the
some-
night market?"
No, I don't think so. They're murmuring about something like a plan. I'm not 100% sure though.
Bad plan, good plan, something we need to
Honestly,
intervene.
I am not sure.
I kind of don't want to. I just got here and had to deal with a whole bunch of shit.
I can see. I can go see.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Especially if they're doing something bad.
Or maybe we just wait till the sound goes away and then just
That's never ended well for us.
Okay.
And Dion's gonna walk towards the door.
I was gonna say Zillah's not.
I want to know.
6. So you do have to kind of.
yeah, because door usual door height is 6'9".
So let's say.
Yeah, 6'9".
Zillah is not. She's hearing voices and she's on caffeine.
Not gonna worry about that. She's just bouncing in
Don't
her
worry
own.
about
world.
No, she's gonna exit the room.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so
Like-
Dion's gonna open the door and peek out. So he's gonna crouch down
Mhm.
and poke his head through. So if anyone looks at him, it looks like he's a lot shorter than he
Yeah.
actually is.
Does Blanche leave the room?
No, she
Very
is
cool.
probably just like, I don't know,
Average hearing voices experience for
footsteps,
Blanche.
like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Very cool. So you open the door and you see a bunch of people draped in black cloth with strange symbols on their clothes. And as you open the door, they all turn to you and go,
Evening.
"Evening."
What are you guys doing?
We have. And you see as they kind of look around and they look for somebody, and there's a tiefling with 2 horns that kind of bend this way, like a swirl. And she comes up and goes, she lifts up her mask a little and goes, We're having group therapy. Sorry, it's just tradition. We do it here, and we kind of,
That's okay. No.
yeah, so.
It's just it was a bit loud and we were just making sure you guys were. No, it's okay. We're just
Yeah.
making sure everything's all right.
Yeah, we're just gonna be downstairs. Sorry to disturb you. We're taking one.
Can I check to see if she's telling the truth?
Yes, insight, please.
Group therapy for Mike.
Mike's going through a hard
Mike's having a
time.
Apparently.
I feel like I'm inclined to believe them more because of hearing that. That was a 16.
Okay, yeah. So, she's obviously telling a white lie. She's not telling you the full and honest truth because you are a stranger.
Yeah.
And you understand that. But you can get that they're not going to go summon a demon or something.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything bad, but you can tell that she didn't tell you the whole truth.
They're just gonna go do some form of weird group therapy.
Yeah,
together.
but she's not going to just tell a stranger that. And then you see the door open with Zillah. Again, pupils.
And points.
And again, everyone turns around. And to you, they're towering over you. and they're covered in this dark fabric that covers their whole body. They have these strange symbols that to you almost look like they glow.
Hello.
And one of them kind of like separates, and a little with the two big green ears kind of pokes through the fabric and goes, "Hi. Did we disturb you sleeping?"
I wasn't sleeping.
I don't think she can sleep right now.
Oh,
Caffeine.
well, we're just going to have a group talk session, and I hope we don't
What are you talking about?
our feelings.
Oh, I don't like those.
Oh, do you want to come talk about it?
No.
The invitation's always there. We're up kind of all night. We all don't really sleep during the night. So we're just gonna be down in the main tavern. We're taking a booth. If you want, we have extra cloth too. Part of the thing is we try to remain somewhat anonymous.
I mean, you all kind of know what I look like now, and you're all really tall.
Yeah,
Not as tall as Dion, but tall.
I mean, we all know each other. It's just a tradition. Here, if you come through, we'll explain it. But we all know each other. We're friends.
I'm good.
Okay.
And then she turns and shuts the door.
Oh.
I like the tall comment, and he does look tall, but he's not even
Yeah.
standing up. He's like this from
Yeah.
hearing the door.
And they all kind of turn back to you and go, well, that was strange. But
She's
well, if
drank caffeine recently for the first time, so she's a bit
Oh.
out of it,
I remember.
or not out of it, whatever.
Whatever. But
Anyways,
if you know her, the invitation extends to it. It's
go have your group therapy.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure everything was okay out
Yeah.
here.
so and then she puts like her mask back down, and she goes like, sorry to disturb, and she goes, everybody try to step quieter, and they all kind of go like, "Doo, doo, doo."
And he's just gonna like close the door, turns to Morgana, group therapy.
Oh,
Okay.
Anyways, and he's gonna go grab a towel.
We're going to the hot spring.
Hot springs.
Not group therapy.
Whoa.
I think a hot spring will be more healing than group
Oh,
therapy
totally,
right now.
totally.
Probably for this
Yeah.
group.
I think if we went to group therapy, everyone would break down in tears.
oh
think
yeah.
The people there might be mentally scarred.
From what we've been
I
through, yeah.
think if I told them I'm the reason that my entire family got killed and I killed my father
And my entire
like,
family.
and her entire family, I think I'd get sent to jail. It doesn't matter if I'm 13. I get sent to jail.
Gets into some sort of D&D version of juvie.
No, I would be committed for
Several counts of manslaughter and homicide. It's just not premeditated.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So I'd be
dad.
consider
Premeditated from birth.
so I'd be tried as an adult.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
If we're going with now laws.
Now legal
But-
system.
Everybody has their suits on and their towels. And the first thing you kind of realize is you don't really know where the hot springs are.
Well, no, she pointed out what direction they were in, though.
Yeah, in like the general sort of area, but there's a lot of doors down there.
Mm.
Do you wait as a group to go look, or do you go look separately?
I feel like Zillah's gonna try to go look.
I feel like she's the first out.
Yeah.
Okay.
After getting ready.
I'm just opening doors and sticking my
Investigation with disadvantage, please.
This might end
Do
badly.
we all want to say, like, how we imagine our characters like swimsuits and, like, how we're,
I was
like,
gonna do that
heading-
when you actually get to the spray,
Baller.
because I imagine you're walking around
16.
in the towels.
Mhm.
Yeah.
16.
Or if we want to do, like, the full body, they could be, like, the house coat things.
Yeah, house
Yeah.
coats. That's a
Like
smarter
wrap
idea.
house coats?
Yeah, yeah,
House
yeah.
coat,
You
house
definitely
coat.
got, and it has the little symbol of the immortal ring on the little badge.
Yep.
So with the 16, you're starting opening random doors. Most of them are locked. And you hear like people go like, what's happening? You're like, that's not the hot springs. You open the doors. There's like empty rooms. You eventually open one, and it's just a bathroom. And you open another, and it's just like a guy who's like meditating on the floor, and he's like kind of floating up. But the main thing you realize is, again, man in what's supposed to be the woman part of town. A little strange, but
Men.
men. He seems to be meditating and meditating. With the 16, you look at him and you realize he's a Githzerai. So he's like kind of this sort of alien species with no nose and yellowish skin and
Maybe
black
that's
marks.
why he's here.
Could be. He has really long ears too, and he's really like lanky build. but he's super tall too. Not Dion tall, tall for regular people. And yeah, do you just leave him?
No.
Zillah wouldn't, especially
Especially
now.
on caffeine.
Okay, who's next to
No.
come out? You two or you?
I feel like Morgana's being picky about what she's wearing.
She totally would be, because now she's
Okay.
consciously
Dion
thinking
keeps
of
trying
it.
to be like, okay, are you ready? She's like,
No,
I don't like this one.
I'll probably just wander down by myself.
So you open the door and you see Zillah in the hallway, and then she just enters a random room.
It was not the hot
It
springs.
was definitely not the hot springs.
Zillah?
Don't hear you. I'm in the room and I walk up to the man. And just stand there and stare at him.
I feel like
Can
all,
I
Catch
enter
him.
the room?
Yeah, you enter the
I feel
room.
like all of Zillah's intrusive thoughts has no barrier for. There's no barrier when she has caffeine in her.
Yeah.
So you enter the room.
Hey, Zillah, what are you doing in here?
Looking at this man.
Why?
How close are you to him when you say that?
I'm waiting to find out myself.
Okay.
If he's meditating like this right here, where's Zillah?
Oh, right in front of him.
Yes.
So for reference, he's meditating.
Was he meditating towards the door?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah,
Yeah.
I'm right in
So
front
you're
of him.
genuinely fucking far away from him.
Oh no.
I imagine her leaning down because he's sitting cross-legged, right?
And he's like
Leaning
floating.
in and just kind of like staring at his face, like.
And then I guess she turns to say that to Blanche.
No, I just.
Oh, you say that to Blanche, but like still facing him.
Yep.
Who is he? Why are we?
I don't know.
I feel like maybe he wants to be left alone.
He hasn't said anything.
Hello, sir.
Well, he's meditating. We can't talk to him.
Why are we here then?
I don't know. It was interesting.
Zillah and Dion and Morgana come down the stairs.
You hear them arguing in the door.
Fuck's sake. Oh my
You enter and you see a Gith just floating there.
Zillah, what are you doing?
Looking at this man.
I'm gonna pick up Zillah.
I'm gonna kind of grab Blanche's shoulders and kind of like turn you
I'm
in a
gonna
Zillah
grab
circle
Zillah
out
from
of the
under the
room.
arms.
Zillah
You're
starts
facing
fighting.
away from me. You can't.
I know, but Zillah tries to fight it.
That's
Yeah.
not
I'm
gonna
holding
work.
her like this.
No.
Give me acrobatics or athletics with disadvantage. Give me acrobatics or athletics regular.
Oh.
Athletics.
Acrobatics. Yeah, your choice.
That's an 18.
Oh no.
5.
You straight up just picked up.
All right, let's go. And he's gonna turn around. I'm really sorry about her, and then walk out.
I close the door.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
He says what?
He goes,
He says,
Morgana like closes the door behind everyone.
"What are you doing?" That's to you.
I was looking at the man. He was
Don't walk
interesting.
into random people's rooms, especially when they're meditating. That means they're being left alone.
Okay, but I was looking for the hot spring, and then he seemed really interesting.
Okay, so you look for a door that says hot springs on it or a sign of some sort.
I'm gonna scan the room and see if I can figure out where the hot spring is based on kind of the general point that she kind of gave us when she was talking about it.
okay, so I would like you to roll an investigation to find the hot springs, please.
Waller, that was a 17.
Okay, so on a 17, you're holding a manic little child, and you look through and you see that steam is actively kind of leaving one of the doors at the end of the hallway.
You see Zillah. Deductive reasoning. And I start walking towards the steam room.
While lecturing.
Yes.
You get up to the steam room, you open the door, and it does kind of waft over you, the volume of steam, and it does kind of linger in the hallway a little. But you see that it's kind of empty, except for the Minotaur owner, who's just sort of hanging out, and like, so it is rock hot springs. It is natural hot springs that are heated by the earth, and it is like level. They're circular and they're a little jagged, but you see where people have like smoothed out places to put your head and your feet, so you don't like get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically like one layer, and then like some steps, the next layer, some steps, the next layer, some steps, the next layer, and that kind of goes on up the side of the mountain
Nice.
until there's like maybe 7 or 8 of those. And they have little ones on the side where water is like trickling down. It's like kind of a mini waterfall situation. And she's at like the very top. She's just sort of very top. She kind of looks down and goes, "Oh, you finally made it. Have any of them? Nobody seems to be here yet, so you got pick cream of the crop." And she leans back and kind of disappears into the water.
Okay.
Put me down.
If I set you down, do you promise to behave? You are not allowed out of this room.
Without one
I
of us
won't leave
with
the
you.
room. I won't leave the room.
I know you cannot promise
Show us
to
your
behave.
hands
I don't think
that you're not crossing your
physically
fingers.
capable of that.
I won't leave the room.
I know you're not capable of behaving right now. So no leaving the room. At least we have to be able to keep an eye on you, okay?
I won't leave the room.
Slowly sets Zillah down and like takes his hands off.
I pause for a moment.
No.
And then I run full sprint into the water.
With the towel still
I
on.
thought you were about to say run full sprint out of the room, and I was like, no.